here with BASN, aka Short, or Short aka BASN, Short aka BASN. An independent artist from Rotterdam. Really great to have you here. Really great to be in your house, in your studio. So what we wanted to do is kind of tell your story and tell us how it all started. Tell us how you got into music and what was maybe the first childhood memory of you making music or get into music.
I think it kind of go pretty way back. My family has always been in music, like either like my mom was a piano teacher.
Oh wow.
My grandpa was playing the church organ a lot of the times.
Wow.
And yeah, like I could actually like already see kind of a sort of love, like a love for keyboard instruments going way back.
Right. So it was in your genes, let's say.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And let's say like your first song that really hit you, your first song that really said, okay, this kind of speaks to me. Or album or artist.
I think the first Gorillaz album that like really spoke to me.
Right.
Because it like played around with so many concepts, so many genres. There was like elements of rock, elements of rap, elements of electronic music in there, and I think that was like basically a big starting point for me to like kind of find out what kind of music I liked.
Right. And okay, so that hit you. You went through teenage years probably playing the piano or learning piano?
No, actually not. Like most of my teenage years were first I started playing the drums, but I like actually quit that after like a month because I couldn't play the drums at home, so that was a bit of a disappointment.
Right.
Then I started playing guitar at the age of 12, I think.
Wow.
And and it was kind of a bit of an on and off thing. Like sometimes I would like go to guitar lessons every week, but then there was also a period that I wouldn't play guitar for a year.
Wow.
I don't know why exactly anymore, but I was just kind of bored with it. It can happen.
Yeah, I mean, what do you find most complicated about the music industry? What do you think it's like the one thing that you would change, that you'd be like, okay, if only this was solved, it'll make it so easy? Is it like finding gigs? Is it finding venues? Is it getting your music out there and actually people to hear it? Or what do you think is your main struggle now?
My main struggle kind of right now is kind of finding gigs and also kind of expanding my fan base a bit. Because I just want to let everyone know that I'm making this music. And it's sometimes a bit of a hassle because you really need to sell yourself. I'm slowly getting better at it, but it's still like it's a bit of a struggle, and you just need to keep evolving to kind of keep it in check and like see how people are gonna react. It's also like it's a lot of trial and error. Sometimes you just have to try again, and kind of annoy some people also.
Yeah. There is also a thing that I want to ask you, which is so there is an evolution in the music industry, which is that new technology is being developed to make these steps a bit easier and quicker also. We as a company, Volareo, work with blockchain related music platforms that help let's say remunerate artists in a fair way. How do you see that translate in maybe a couple of years, and how do you think that like technology can actually help the artist's career to become independent much quicker, much easier way?
Yeah, because we're kind of in a difficult place right now in music and like the streaming era. People are not downloading that much anymore, and that's also giving a lot of people a lot less money because they're not getting what they're like what they worked for.
Right.
And so like a lot of people are like uploading things to Spotify, SoundCloud. And it like those platforms are huge. 1,000 of minutes are just like being uploaded every second, and it's crazy to think that, but it's true. And you kind of have to set yourself apart to kind of let people know that you're out there, and that's the hardest part that we facing right now. And that there's I think that's also because some people don't really know how to like approach a fan base. But I also think it's because there's just not enough knowledge about it, and I think like because if there's like an online platform that can teach people about that or help people with that, it could definitely help them get or make more steps.
Right. And I mean, it's also like one of the problems that actually even bigger musicians had with these streaming platforms was that basically you will need something like 1.5 million streams a month to actually have minimum wage.
Yeah, exactly.
And what do you think about that? What do you think about Spotify, for example, who has 50% market share, but 95% of its artists are not getting anything? Big investors in Spotify actually getting the proper money, or publishers or record labels? And what do you think about the idea of actually having an alternative, having like something that you don't need publishers or record labels to publish your music, and where actually the remuneration it's almost 10 times more than Spotify?
I'm kind of like on the fence with that, because I both think Spotify and like other streaming platforms are both great and terrible. Because you really want to have your music have as much as you wanted to cover it as much area as you want. But the terrible thing is that like you don't get paid a lot from Spotify or any other streaming platform, because they basically take a lot of the revenue that like and it's kind of weird for me, because I also see that Spotify has like a lot of different other options. Like for example, they also have ads on the streaming platform, but they also have a lot of subscription-based models. And so it's kind of weird to see that they're like not I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's kind of weird to see that they're also using those kind of things.
Do you have your music on Spotify or?
Yeah, I have my music on Spotify because a lot of people have actually asked me to like put it on Spotify, and like,
how does that translate in terms of promotion and in terms of money, let's say?
For promotion, it's great. You can like share it to a lot of people, and a lot of people can listen to it. But like money wise, it's not that great. Like I think last year I made like $10. And that's like
but it's normal. It's totally normal. Absolutely. Radiohead. And actually, fun story about this one. Fun story about this one is that they released this album just on their platform, just on their website. And interesting story about it is that this is the most the album that made them most money because it was independent. So this proves that we need an alternative to Spotify's and record labels and etc. Because if you only have your fan base and decide to put it independently, you end up making 100% of your money.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks Volareo for coming over and making some noise. See you around next time.